Boys, girls, and everyone else watching this video, it's that time of the year where I give you your first look at everything releasing in Avatar in 2025. This is a yearly tradition on the channel, and if you want to keep that tradition alive, all you gotta do is hit the like button. Next year is going to be a big year for Avatar. It's a transitional year for the franchise. The Aang movie releases January 2026, so 2025 is going to be building towards that with teasers, new comics, multiple games, live action adaptations, potentially, and even novels. Today, we are going to be going over all of that, so if you don't want to miss anything, you better stay until the end of the video. Let's start off this video talking about all of the games that are going to be releasing in 2025. And surprisingly, there's a lot of them. Sometime in 2025, most likely early 2025, there will be a multiplayer competitive fighting game set in the Avatar universe from Maximum Entertainment. So far, the only things we know about this title is that it'll feature 10 characters at launch and it will be a early access title. Now, Maximum's track record isn't the best when it comes to fighting games. I've seen a lot of people worried about it, but I'm gonna be hoping for the best. I don't really prey on the downfall of anything. That's just not my thing. Anyways, Maximum, if you guys need a beta tester, just hit your boy up. I'll be more than glad to help out. Paramount Entertainment is officially partnering with Roblox to create an Avatar The Last Airbender Battlegrounds game. Now, this game was originally scheduled to come out summer of 2024, and I have no idea what happened there, but it's now been pushed back into 2025. Hopefully early 2025, as they're currently doing tests for the game to get it polished up for release, so early 2025 makes sense to me. The concept of the game is pretty cool. You get to pick one of the 4 elements, you enter the battlegrounds, and you fight against other players. You'll be able to learn a bunch of new skills, level up your character. Looking at their development page on Roblox, there will be a bunch of different passes you can buy. So far I'm seeing the Kyoshi bundle, the starter bundle, Aang bundle. The prices do seem to be pretty cheap, and I don't know if these are final because right now it's only like $1.50 per bundle, which is honestly a fair price, so I'm hoping they stay this way. The mobile game Avatar Realms Collide is releasing February 2025. This game has been delayed a million times, as you guys all know, but this time it's coming. I'm told this time it's looking good. This is a strategy game that's set in a multiverse where all of the Avatar timelines have mixed together and joined together to battle a common enemy. The animations for this game have been stunning, the graphics are pretty good, and the official art is some of the best we've seen in the franchise. Journey of Aang is a board game set in the Avatar universe. It's 1 to 4 players, but here's the interesting twist. None of you are actually going to be playing as Aang. Each player will guide Aang in his journey to master the 4 elements and restore balance to the world by defeating the Fire Nation. This game has already been crowdfunded and will be releasing in October of 2025. Before we get into the animation side of things and comics and all that fun stuff, here is a quick word from today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is a virtual private network that keeps your online identity safe by encrypting all the information sent between your device and the internet. This means your information is going to be safe from hackers and big corporations stealing your data. But that's not all ExpressVPN can do. It allows you to virtually go anywhere, giving you the ability to change your location and unblock and reveal content from all over the globe, completely bypassing internet censorship. As someone who travels a lot, I personally find ExpressVPN extremely helpful for both of those reasons. A lot of you guys always message me saying that Avatar The Last Airbender isn't on your country's Netflix anymore and what to do. You can easily fix this with ExpressVPN. All you have to do is open ExpressVPN, change your location to the US or Canada, and boom, there you have it, Avatar is back. Right now you can take advantage of ExpressVPN's Black Friday/Cyber Monday offer to get the absolute best VPN deal you'll find all year. Use my special link in the description to get 4 extra months with the 12-month plan or 6 extra months with the 24-month plan. That is free extra months right there. Just go to expressvpn.com/avatars to get an extra 4 or even 6 months of ExpressVPN for free. Comics and novels have been a staple in the Avatar franchise. They've been carrying the entire fandom on their back for a while now, and this year is no different. The Legend of Korra, The Mystery of Penquan Island. Mako and Bolin set off towards Penquan Island in the Fire Nation to find answers to a case, and maybe a little bit about their past along the way. When a strange missing persons case falls into his lap, Mako is forced to choose between his job and doing what feels right. An upturned room and an unhelpful witness aren't promising starts to an investigation, but when his brother Brother Bolin comes across a surprising clue that ties their own mother to the case, the pair embark on a journey to the small rustic island of Penquan. The island's inhabitants seem to have things to hide, and the brothers are determined to get to the bottom of it, even if it means uncovering uncomfortable parts of their family's past. And this comic has also been delayed just so many times, but look at the art. This is the one time in Avatar where I'm like, you know what? The delays make sense. This art looks like the show. This is probably the best art we've ever gotten in comic form. Each panel could easily be a still from The Legend of Korra. Anyway, The Mystery of Penquan Island is out February 2025. This next comic here, at first, when it was announced, I was a little disappointed, but after looking into it a little bit more, I'm kind of excited. The comic is called Avatar The Last Airbender, Ashes of the Academy. Ki-Yi, half-sister to Fire Lord Zuko, enrolls at the Royal Fire Nation Academy for Girls. Known for its strict curriculum and even stricter instructors, well, that's kind of hard to say, but Zuko worries for Ki-Yi. When things take a turn for the worse, a seed of doubt about the new headmistress is planted. Zuko takes action by installing one of the people he trusts most, Mei, as an academy teacher. Can Mei keep a watchful eye over Ki-Yi and keep her on the right path, or will the academy's cruel culture shape her footsteps into those of her other half-siblings, Azula? I'm mainly interested in this because this is the first comic to feature Ki-Yi since she's been introduced all the way back in The Search. I also think it's clear that this comic is releasing to wrap up some loose plot ends before the new adult Aang movie. Since Ki-Yi will probably be in the movie, they kind of have to remind fans that she exists. They're also going to have to touch up on Zuko and Mei's relationship and clear up what actually happens there. Like, is she even Azumi's mother? Who knows? Okay, enough rambling. This comic is out March 25th, 2025. A little over a month later, in May 2025, specifically May 3rd, we have Free Comic Book Day. As always, Avatar The Last Airbender is going to be featured. I will admit, I'm just a little disappointed with the comic we're getting. I was hoping, since this is 8 months before the Aang movie, that they'd maybe do a tie-in comic here, but it doesn't seem that way at all. Seems like they're keeping the tradition alive of giving us baby comics on Free Comic Book Day. The description of the comic reads as follows: Samurai Appa and Ronin Momo find themselves at a beleaguered Fire Nation noodle house, where some of the clientele are tougher customers than the owner would like. This comic does sound like a lot of fun, and if it was releasing during any other year, I'd probably be pretty neutral on it, but come on, man. This is the year Avatar Studios is finally going to be openly talking about their plans, and we got a Samurai Momo comic? Like, what? The Awakening of Roku is coming out July 15th, 2025. This is the second Roku novel that continues his journey of discovering what it means to be a spirit of no nation, even if the lesson comes at a great personal cost. They do confirm that this is going to be the conclusion to Roku's story, so there won't be a third Roku novel. They're continuing the tradition of 2 novels per Avatar. Makes sense. I liked the first Roku novel a lot. I know a lot of people didn't really like it, but to me, out of all of the novels, it was the one that felt the most like Avatar. You had Gyatso and Roku bantering, the hidden library came up, iridescent fire making a return, Sozin plotting against Roku. It had everything. I liked it. I'd say I liked it more than the Yang Chan novels, about as much as Rise of Kyoshi, maybe even a little more. Finally, let's talk about the animation side of things. Avatar Studios has been relatively quiet at every single event, but this year is going to be different. They have to say something. CinemaCon is 9 months before the release of the movie, San Diego Comic-Con is 6 months before the release of the movie, and New York Comic-Con is 3 months before the release of the movie. So it's safe to say we are probably going to be getting stuff at each of these events. Not just for the movie, but also the Earth Avatar series after Korra. That's going to be coming out soon after the movie. I know it's technically rumored and not confirmed to be real, but guys, I'm telling you, it's real. Just keep this between us. I've seen animatics for the series. It's real. In fact, here is a hint that's going to age amazingly. Now, right now, this makes no sense, but in 2 years, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I get it. CinemaCon is running between March 31st and April 3rd of 2025. The adult Aang movie has been shown at CinemaCon for the past 2 years. In 2023, they showed concept art for the movie, and in 2024, they revealed the main cast for the movie. In 2025, I'm willing to bet the people attending CinemaCon will probably get a small teaser of the animation that may or may not be released to the public. I have no idea. Typically, it doesn't. We'll have to deal with vague descriptions as always, but there will for sure be a logo reveal here. I imagine they'll post that for everybody. San Diego Comic-Con is where things will actually start getting ramped up. I'm super interested to see how Avatar Studios is going to be handling SDCC. This event takes place July 24th, 2025, which is less than 6 months from the day the movie movie releases, so we should expect a lot here. I'm expecting a full Avatar Studios panel, hopefully with Mike and Brian actually talking about what's going on at Avatar Studios. I'm assuming this is where we'll be getting our full trailer for the movie, along with a real announcement of the Earth Avatar series. I wouldn't expect anything more than them saying that it exists, being like, hey guys, also we're working on this in the background. They definitely don't want to overshadow the Aang movie, as the success of the Aang movie determines if Avatar Studios lives or dies. New York Comic Con is running from October 9th through October 12th. Again, I think an official Avatar Studios panel here makes sense, but typically NYCC is the smaller convention of the two, so I'm not sure if Mike and Brian will be here. We'll probably get the regular Avatar publishing panels and all that stuff too. My guess would be they would show another full trailer here, but mostly focus on the comic side of things like they did at this year's NYCC. I'm not expecting any more information about the Earth Avatar series being so close to the release of the movie. I really think all the marketing for the Earth Avatar series is going to be happening after the movie releases, especially if the movie does well. I imagine they'll immediately follow it with teasers for that. Netflix Avatar fans, I know a lot of you are wondering why I haven't talked about them in this video, and that's because I don't think they're going to be doing that much in 2025. They finished filming season 2 March of 2025. Season 1 took exactly 1 year before they showed off the costumes, and 1 year and 3 months before they released a teaser trailer. But I did hear they had problems with the volume screen and post-production was a little bit messy, so maybe this time it'll be different considering they fixed those problems. At most, I could see them showing off some costumes at the end of the year at some random Netflix event, but don't get your hopes up. At least 2026 is going to be packed for Avatar. We'll have the Aang movie, the Earth Avatar series, and Netflix Avatar, not to mention games, comics, you know, the usual stuff. So subscribe to stay up to date on all of that.